Good day everyone, my name is John Dave Duldulao and today I will be discussing the current trends and main concerns as to science curriculum, development and implementation in the countries of United Kingdom and Ireland. So before we proceed to our discussion, let us have our objective. First is to analyze the curriculum in science subject in Ireland and UK. Second is to identify the current trends in science education in the said countries. Third is to classify issues and challenges in science education in both countries. So let us proceed to the educational system of United Kingdom. So sa UK po, yung education system nila is divided into 4 parts, which are primary education, secondary education, further education, and yung higher education. Sa apat na level ng education po na ito, 2 level po yung compulsory, which is yung primary education and yung secondary education. So yung primary education po ng UK, nag-i-starts po siya at the age of 5 years old until 11. So nadi-divide po yung primary education into 2 key stages, which is infant and yung junior level. Sa infant level po, nagre-range po from 5 to 7 years old yung bata. And sa junior level po is nagre-range ng 7 to 11 years old. Yung primary education po ay may core subject din, which are English, Math, and Science. And before ma-promote yung mga bata sa secondary education, nagtitake muna sila ng SATs, or yung tinatawag natin Standard Assessment Test in England. After the primary education, we have the secondary education. Nag-starts po yung secondary education at the age of 11 to 16 years old and divided into 2 key stages, which is Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4. Yung Key Stage 3 po is yung age range po niya is from 11 years old to 14 years old. And katumbas po siya ng grade 7 to grade 9 sa atin. Yung Key Stage 4 naman po is nagre-range yung age niya from 14 to 16 years old. And katumbas po siya ng grade 10 to grade 11 po dito sa atin. And meron po silang core subjects, which is English, Math, and Science. And nadagdagan po ng another 3 subjects, which is Foreign Language, Humanities, and Art subjects. Sa Key Stage 4 po, yung mga students po ay nagpe-prepare para mag-take ng GCSE or General Certificate of Secondary Education in various subjects. Kumbaga po is parang additional attainment po ito ng mga bata bago mag-proceed sa further education. So yung GCSE po ay may iba't ibang subjects like English, Math, Science, and other subjects wherein kapag nag-take yung mga bata na to, parang nagiging katibayan po siya na excellent or expert yung bata na yun. And makakatulong yung mga certificates na to advance their learning experience during further education. Next level is further education, which is katumbas po ng senior high dito sa atin. And yung age range po niya is around 16 years old to 18 years old. This stage is optional and occurs after completing GCSE. So, unlike po sa Pilipinas na ang grade 11 and 12, which is senior high, is compulsory, dito po sa further education ng UK, hindi na po siya compulsory. Kumbaga, may choice na yung bata kung gusto nilang i-take yun or hindi. Sa further educations po, meron po silang tinatawag na qualifications or yung katumbas ng strand sa senior high school dito sa atin. First, meron po silang tinatawag na A-levels or academic qualification. Ito po yung tinitake ng mga bata kung gusto nilang mag-college. Second is BTech, Business and Technology Education. Related po siya sa business. Next one is apprenticeship or on-the-job training, which is meron naman sa Pilipinas, pero instead na strand, subject lang po siya sa senior high, which is work immersion. Hindi po siya strand. The other one is IB or International Baccalaureate. Ito pong IB tinitake po ito ng mga bata kung gusto nilang mag-senior high or mag-aral sa ibang bansa. Kasi recognized po siya ng international. Next education level is what we call as higher education. Ages around 19 and above. So ito na po tinatawag nating college, wherein dito na po nagtitake ng bachelor's degrees yung mga bata. Okay, aside sa UK, ang next naman po na educational level na pag-aaralan natin is yung Ireland. So yung Ireland po, nadi-divide po siya, katulad sa UK, into 4 main levels, which are primary, post-primary, or secondary kung tawagin, and further education, as well as higher education. So sa Ireland po, yung primary education nila is starts from age 4 to 5 until 12 years old. And nadi-divide po into 2 level, which is junior and senior infants. Yung junior infants po nila is katumbas ng preschool sa atin, which is composed of nursery and kindergarten, and naglalast po siya from 2 to 3 years. And yung senior infants po nila is katumbas ng elementary dito sa atin, which is yung grade levels from grade 1 to grade 6. Next education level is post-primary, or yung tinatawag nating secondary po dito sa Pilipinas. Ang age level po niya or age range is from 12 to 18 years old and divided into 2 cycles, which is the junior cycle and the senior cycle. So yung junior cycle po nila, ito po yung katumbas ng junior high school sa atin, pero instead na 4 years, 3 years lang po siya sa Ireland. Yung senior cycle naman po nila is parang senior high school sa atin, which is nagre-range from 2 to 3 years depending on sa kukunin nilang strand. Kung siguro academic strand po yung kukunin nila, aabot yun ng 3 years. So after completing senior cycle, makakatanggap po yung mga bata ng certificates which is nakafocus sa academics ng mga bata. Parang ito yung qualification na makukuha nila after completing senior cycle. The next education level is what we call as further education and training, or tinatawag din nila na post-secondary. Ito naman din po, parang senior high school din siya. Pero ang pagkakaiba lang, doon sa nauna, yung parang senior high school po nila na yun is focus on academics. Dito po sa further education, focus na po siya sa vocation, or yung mga trabaho na pwede makuha ng bata after graduating this level of education. Next is the higher education, or tinatawag po natin college, which is about bachelor's degrees. So, ito na po yung mga iba't ibang bachelor's degrees na nakukuha ng mga bata. Now let us proceed to the trends in education in both countries. So ito po yung mga trends na ginagamit nila aside from traditional teaching. Ito po yung mga ginagamit nila para kumbaga ma-assess or makatulong sa pagdi-discuss ng topics or lessons sa mga bata. First one is online assessment tools. So yung online assessment tools po nila is composed of different applications wherein pwedeng gumana sa different devices such as tablets, smartphones, and laptops. Ang mga applications po na ito is katulad ng quizzes and G-forms, wherein natutulungan si teacher para mai-assess yung mga students kung talagang sila ay natuto sa discussion. Bakit po nila ito ginagamit? Kasi yung mga online assessment tools po na ito is very accessible. So kung meron kang device, meron kang internet, kahit saang lugar ka pa, makakapag-take ka ng quiz. And sobrang efficient po gamitin ng online assessment tools na ito para sa mga teachers. Kasi may mga ibang programs yung applications na to, like quizzes, na auto-checking. Kumbaga, automatic na-check na agad or magpo-provide na agad sila ng feedback doon sa bata and yung scores na nakuha nila. So yung online assessment tools po na ito is nag-umpisa siya ng pandemic and pinagpatuloy na lang until now. Next one is the interactive panels. So, yung interactive panels po natin, or it talks about different devices na ginagamit during discussion. Katulad na lang ng smartphones, tablets, VR, AR, or even computers. So, bakit po nila ito ginagamit? Kasi advanced technology na po yung mga ito. Kumbaga, ito yung next level ng pag-aaral kung saan mas natututo or mas nagiging engaged yung pagkatuto ng mga bata. Kasi nga po sa education, talagang maraming pwedeng i-import na kaalaman. Okay, other than that, ginagamit po yung interactive panels kasi multi-purpose po siya. Example, yung tablet. May mga schools na gumagamit ng tablet sa pag-aaral. Bakit siya naging multi-purpose? Kasi andain niyang pwedeng gawin. Pwede siyang maging libro, pwede siyang maging notebook, pwede siyang maging presentation, pwede siyang gamitin sa pag-print ng mga documents. So, ayun po, yung dahilan kung bakit din po siya ginagamit ng mga schools kasi andito na lahat, all-in-one na po siya. Hindi mo na kailangan magbitbit ng maraming gamit para mag-aral. Unlike ng mga panahon natin na talagang punong-puno yung bag ng mga libro at notebook, which is mabigat and mahirap dalhin. So, sa panahon ngayon, may dala ka lang tablet, andun na lahat, di mo na kailangan magdala ng extra na mga gamit pa. So, kapag in-implement po itong mga online assessment tools and interactive panels sa pag-aaral, of course, magkakaroon po tayo ng enhanced learning experience, especially yung mga bata. Mas natututo, mas nagiging engaged, at mas nagpa-participate pa po doon sa discussion. Kasi nga po, yung mga bata sa panahon natin ngayon is talagang babad na sa mga gadgets. Kumbaga, lagi nila itong ginagamit or kadalasan sa kanila ay mayroon ng sariling cellphones, tablets, kaya hindi na siya mahirap i-implement sa pag-aaral. Next one is the issues and challenges in education of both countries. Ito po yung mga kinakaharap na mga challenges sa pag-aaral. First one is teacher shortage and workforce. So, unlike sa Pilipinas, wherein yung mga teachers natin is maraming nakukuhang benefits from the government and medyo mataas naman yung sweldo kahit papano, kahit kaya naman bumuhay ng pamilya. Sa ibang bansa po, sa UK po, especially in Ireland, hindi po sapat yung sweldo. Kaya nga po, ang sabi po nila, salary doesn't match the workload. Kumbaga, hindi sapat yung bayad sa'yo doon sa trabaho mo. Other one is yung trainings and seminars po ng mga teachers sa UK and Ireland. May mga schools po kasi doon na bago ka makapasok, kailangan aside sa diplomas or other common requirements, meron po silang hinahanap na trainings and seminars for teachers na talagang katibayan na ikaw ay suitable sa pagtuturo, which is another gastos na naman ni teacher. Diba, naghahanap ka na ng trabaho para magkapera pero may pagkakagastusan ka pa bago ka makapasok, which is nagiging dahilan din siguro para mas umonte yung mga teacher doon sa bansa ngayon. Other one is what we call as digital divide and inequality. Not all students can afford tablets and other advanced learning materials. Diba nga, nasabi ko po kanina, napakagandang i-integrate ng tablets and computers sa pag-aaral kasi di na natin kailangan ng maraming gamit. Pero may mga schools po na ang dapat mag-provide ng mga equipments and devices na ito is yung mga bata, wherein hindi naman lahat ay kaya mag-provide. And syempre, kung hindi lahat kaya mag-provide, hindi lahat ng students ay alam kung paano gumamit ng mga devices na yon. Dito na po nagkakaroon ng digital divide. Kasi pag sinabi po nating digital divide, ito po yung hati ng mga tao na marunong gumamit ng devices at sa mga taong hindi naman marunong gumamit. Paano po siya nagiging unequal? Ay na nga, unequal na nga siya. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng mga bata ay marunong gumamit. Other issues and challenges in education is yung religious dominance. Sa mga bansa po na kasi na ito, Ireland and UK, katulad po sa Pilipinas, dominant po ang Catholic. And most of the primary schools dun po sa bansa na yun is run by Catholic schools po. wherein yung Catholic school, kaya nilang i-manipulate yung curriculum na instead mag-focus sa education, lagi nilang ini-implement yung kanilang religion. So that would be all my discussion for current trends and issues in UK and Ireland. So these are my assessment questions. First is, what are the structure and content of science curriculum in UK and Ireland? Second is, what are the main current trends in science education in Ireland and the UK? And the third one is, what key issues and challenges exist in science education in both countries? So this is my related video.
Sensus Interactive Panel now comes with SenseBoard software, which has shape recognition with measurements and color changing function for 3D shapes. Text recognition on freehand writing. Inbuilt intelligent search for text such as Wikipedia, Google Search, and YouTube. Option of dragging the result images to the SenseBoard. It also has rotate and zoom option for 3D objects. It also contains precise animations to show complicated experiments for better comprehension. You can choose your preferred language with the multi-language feature.